So the recording in progress. All right, guys. So yeah, as we are talking in the beginning, right? Things really change a lot. And right now, one of the main things on this market now, why crypto is now blossoming into something else and maybe entering on a very positive narrative. So most of what happened here is because of this company, Coinbase, right? So Coinbase is key for crypto. And there are many reasons for that. But one of the reasons Coinbase, so this is the daily time frame for Coinbase. So everybody knows what daily time frame means, right? So every candle here represents a single day. Is that clear?
Okay.
Okay, so Coinbase, it's been for a while. I'm going to put on the weekly time frame here. So Coinbase is a company, is one of the main crypto agents. So they started on 2021, right? And now they had a lot of problems with SEC. So SEC filed a lot of violations against them, against Coinbase. And now this is the weekly time frame, right? You know that each of these candles is a single week. So now, with a change on the administration, we have an administration now that's very friendly to cryptocurrencies. So the Trump administration wants to hold Bitcoin as a reserve. So we can count the government will hold a certain amount of Bitcoin that will preserve its value. So the more the government holds, more difficult will be to big agents to short Bitcoin. And it's not only the Trump administration. Russia now is joining to create a crypto reserve along with China as well, and probably India will join the game. So you see here, everybody knows this pattern, right?
Okay.
So this is the cup and handle pattern. So whenever this pattern happen on the market, there is a big chance, there is a big probability chance that the what's going to happen here? This thing is going to go up.
What handle did you call it?
Cup and handle,
Cup and handle. Okay.
because this looks like a cup. So this is the bullish pattern. So Coinbase plays a very a big role on cryptocurrency. So I'm going to talk about a company first because I I like fundamental analysis, not only technical analysis. So I look uh, at the statements for the company. I look at the games, and um, hardly ever I'm going to invest in a company that have bad fundamentals. So I'm starting from Coinbase here because it's one of the main, and I'm not gonna really go deep in why they are the main agents. And now I'm gonna show this also Marathon Digital. Marathon Digital, I think, is another big agent for the new crypto blossoming. So you see here is all also again the weekly time frame. Each of these candles is a week, right? And also we have Riot. Riot is another company that plays a big role on the new crypto blossom again. So analyst ratings now for Riot, they show a strong buy. And if you look at Riot statements, so they are not so bad. They are bad, but not so bad. So there is a nice outlook for Riot as well. So So this whole thing brings to crypto, right? And the main player is Bitcoin. So guys, I don't own the meeting here, right? If you want to talk something, just say you want to
Oh,
talk.
okay. Well, if I have some riot, just stick with it for now while it go, because it's been down for for a long time, but it's going like I'm still losing 0.13% now, so but it's much better.
Yes. So Riot, yes. Let me bring one of my accounts here. So Riot, okay. Let me show this to you. A Riot here. Can you guys see the screen? The Thinkorswim screen? Are you guys seeing that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So so what is the market's pricing for Riot and what's the expectation now? So you see the put and call ratio for Riot now is 0.2. That means that the market at this very moment is extremely bullish on Riot. So the amount of contracts and call contracts is 194,000 against 46,000 puts. So that shows, and the VWAP is 13 now. The implied volatility is huge. So there is an option play for Riot, but this group doesn't know much about options yet, so I'm not gonna go so much in options right
So when
now.
are you gonna teach us?
Maybe soon.
That's what you said 3 months ago. We need a
3 months ago.
timeline.
But yeah, we're gonna talk about options. So, and same thing goes to Mara, right? Marathon Digital. So if you look at what the market's pricing, so the PC ratio is a little bit higher. So the market is really bullish now for Marathon Digital, and for Coinbase, right, is also extremely bullish. So, but what's going on with these companies now? So there was there was a lot of energy, faith, or how can I say, strength on the current movements for the market, right? So last week, Coinbase, for example, had a huge candle, and there was what happened here. It started with a gap, right? So there is a price gap here. So when you go to the daily time frame, now the market is almost like trying to charge the price for the gap. So gaps are imbalances, and the market doesn't like imbalances so much. So this may be bad, right, for whole investor yesterday, because they don't like to see these big red candles here. That means they kind of lost some money here, right? But this may present an opportunity to buy more Coinbase, for example. So let's go back to Bitcoin, which is our main is our main character here, right? Is the main player. So Bitcoin also had a huge Maribosa candle. So this huge candles they call Maribosa candles. So this is the candlestick for name in Japanese for big candle. So these are big candles, and this is the daily time frame. So 2 days ago, the market tried to explore going under the Fibonacci extension support. And I say Fibonacci extension because right now we are record high, it never been so high. So this is an extension support now. It used to be resistance, and now it is going to become support. So go back to the daily. So it tried to explore the support again. So market does this every time. The price action for crypto doesn't differentiate for the price action on any stock, right? But crypto is a lot more volatile. So everybody knows that. So technical analysis for crypto, we have some limitation for technical analysis for crypto, right? So one of the templates I really love using for technical analysis is, I'm going to make it simple first, the Bollinger Bands and various moving averages. So I have here three exponential moving averages. I have here also, this is a 20-day moving average. This is the 50 EMA, and this is 200 moving average. This is all to say that crypto is on bullish momentum, is just confirmation, right? But sometimes the moving average can also serve as a line of dynamic support. So here you see that this is the 5-day moving exponential moving average. So it's almost touch. I'm going to move this guy away from here for a second, right? So right now, what happened? What happened 3 days ago? It pierced the Bollinger Band. So that means here the Bollinger Band measures the volatility on the market. And despite all the volatility, right, that is expected from crypto, it just pierced the Bollinger Band. So we may expect whenever any stock, any ETF crosses and pierces the Bollinger Band, it may expect a slowdown, but it doesn't happen always. And crypto doesn't obey this law. But here is kind of a bang, right? So 3 days ago, 2 days ago, I'm sorry, because this is a new day, it pushed back, it came back again to the Bollinger Band, but it never really touched the 5-day exponential moving average here too, and here as well, which is today is a new day after the trading day ended at 4 o'clock. We have a new day for crypto. But what's the problem of Bollinger Bands? All right, and what's the problem of technical analysis? They quite don't work so well for crypto again. So Solana, for example, is one of the coins we've been talking about. And I want to emphasize these 5 coins. I know there are many coins in the market, but I didn't have much time to study all of them. But this is the conclusion I'm coming to right now. These 4 coins have some clear advantages for trading. One, that Bitcoin is like the king, right? Is the king of the coins. So the main reason the creator of Bitcoin, he says he created Bitcoin because he wants a currency that's regulated by mathematics and not by a Federal Reserve. So one of the reasons that Bitcoin is so high right now is because, according to the creator, I forgot the creator's name now, is because it's a better coin, it's a better management, it's a better mathematical concept. And this is what he says. I'm not saying that I agree or disagree on what he said now, but that's what he said. So what we see here is BTC USD, right? So that means is Bitcoin against the dollar. So Ethereum, ETH against the dollar, Doge against the dollar. So Bitcoin is kind of a mix of a Forex. You are betting a currency against another. So right now, I mean, not right now, for a long time, Bitcoin, you need $89,000 to buy one single Bitcoin. And why is that? Because there is no Federal Reserve here. And Bitcoin is going to follow its own path. It's supply and demand, and how fast new Bitcoins can be mined, right? So I'm not gonna go into the Bitcoin mining stuff because we're not here for this. But at the current moment, I think I wanna stress this, that it doesn't matter if we are seeing positive technical analysis instruments saying that the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency are now on a bull trend. It's clear it is on a bull trend. I mean, there is no question it is on a bull trend. But the main tools that I want to emphasize that are going to help us a lot, and Lucille loves to use the word narrative. I find this word so interesting because narrative may be considered maybe a weak mathematical concept, but not really, because it's all on the fact that Bitcoin and crypto in general, they are interpreted in volumes, right? So here under you see the volume chart. So this is the volume. My God, I forgot the name of this thing. Damn. Let me see if I can. Let me think about it. This is. I just forgot about this. Okay. So this is showing volume, right? Red means negative volume, green positive volume. I'm going to remember the name later. I know I will. And this line that you see here is the volume average. So what does it represent? So that means that this is a moving average of the 30 last volume counts, right? And on the last few days, what we're seeing here is that we are going over the moving average. So there is a positive momentum for Bitcoin. And as we see here, I think Bai is asking to. Yes. Is this asking to be admitted? Let me check. He's asking to be admitted. So, Lisângela, fala para o seu marido como é que faz.
Já passei para ele, já passei para ele. Ele desceu as escadas, já passei para ele o link.
Então tá bom.
Obrigada.
Nada. Okay, admit it. I'm just admitting him now. Okay, there you go. So volume is going to be the main thing here, right? And I want to stress this, that how important volume is. So for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, we're not be looking so much at moving averages. We're not going to be looking so much for confirmation, but volume-based tools. This is the RSI, right? This means that is a positive momentum. The RSI has a calculation with volume, a mix of volume. There is a volume-specific moving average that RSI also is calculated. And this is the very famous, the names are escaping me today. Man, I forgot the name of this thing. My goodness, I totally forgot. So this is the script for, you see, for Bitcoin. Is the word awareness explosion. So that means that you see here there are some moving averages, and this is only confirming the explosion. There is a bullish explosion in moving average. Okay, and I'm gonna talk about Ethereum for a second because Ethereum, I think, is gonna be even more interesting for us than the Bitcoin for now, because what's going on with Ethereum here? You see, the Ethereum is cheap. There's no record. So Ethereum never reached its record yet this year, right? So the highest value Ethereum had was when? Oh no, it was this year. I'm sorry, it was in the beginning of this year. But Ethereum has space to grow now, right? And there is a Fibonacci measurement here on Ethereum that's telling me that Ethereum is right at the optimal trade entry. So I'm gonna move this away for a second because I don't wanna confuse you guys, right? On this thing as
I
well.
have a question because
Yeah,
we just had the stop loss right at 3120 something. Because I had like some Bitcoin from $1,600, but then it got sold. Everything got sold. So you're still saying so it's a good entry level right now, right?
I'm not saying it's a good entry level for Bitcoin.
No,
So
not Bitcoin, Ethereum.
for Ethereum, okay. For Ethereum, yes, we have this is the optimal trade entry. So Ethereum is on the range for optimal trade entry. And it's a good thing that Ethereum has a space to grow. And one thing that is going on here for Ethereum, look how the psychology of this thing, right? We have daily candles here. So Ethereum is bullish, right? So the last volumes of Ethereum for each of the measured days, they are above the moving average. So there was a big move here, another move here, not so big here, big move here. This was almost like a doji candle, but positive volume is still above the moving average, at least at the closing. We have a big movement here, right? And we had 2 days of retracement. I mean, 3 days of retracement. When it comes, so crypto is almost 24/7. So we have 3 days of retracement. The last 3 trading days of crypto now. Look what happened. We had a big, big bearish volume here. The volume was big 3 trading days ago. Look what happened on this on the yesterday trading day. There's again a big volume, and now there is a doji being formed here. So you see here, right? I'm gonna highlight this thing. This thing was a doji. Oh,
Oh, what G?
doji candle. It means indecision. Doji candle, when a candle has those wicks here, going up and down, up and down, that means the market doesn't know exactly where it's going. So again, 3 trading days ago, the market kind of knew I want to retrace back to a cheaper value. So the market knew. So although there were weeks here, the market opened here and closed here, right? But the market tried to explore this price range here and the price range here. So the market knew that it wanted to go down. Again, yesterday trading day, there were what longer weeks, up and down, and there was and look how interesting this thing. This is the volume, right? This is the calculated volume. There's a huge volume entering the market to sell, but it didn't really go anywhere, right? Look what's happening today now. The volume today is really almost nothing. and we have another doji that's really going nowhere. So if you go to the 15-minute, right? So every candle is now 15 minutes. It's so since November, uh, uh, I mean since today, right? Today is November 13th, right? Started to go up, go down, but it did respect what happened here. This is an extension of Fibonacci, and it did respect the Fibonacci's line here that's working as a support. So it tried to go down. The bulls started to push up and then came back down again, up and down. So what may be causing this? Let me put I'm seeing my laptop is about to uh, lose power. I'm gonna put the battery charger here. So that means the market's waiting for something, right? So there are questions now in the market, and people really don't know where they go now. And one of the things that may explain this indecision now, I'm going back to the daily time frame. There's a big push, and it may not be exactly an indecision here. It may be just people taking some profit. That's natural. But what happened this week? This week we had CPI today. We had a very positive volume for CPI. I mean volume no, very positive report for CPI. And tomorrow we're gonna have PPI. The PPI tomorrow, does everybody knows what PPI means? No? Okay, I'm gonna leave here on this video so everybody, PPI is a very, very important concept. And I'm gonna ask GPT to define in a few words PPI. Oh, not this. I mean the economic meaning. The PPI is a very interesting definition. It stands for Producer Price Index, which measures the average change over time, the selling price for domestic producers for their goods and services. It's an indicator of inflation at the wholesale level, reflecting cost changes before they reach consumers. So that's the definition. PPI is a very important measure for the Fed to see where we're going. So that data is going to be published tomorrow. So the market may be also trying to see where we're going from here, right? Because let's say PPI is very low, which I don't believe is going to be. There will be some money moved from here to stocks. So that may happen an inverse correlation, right? And the inverse correlation, we don't see. I'm going to say that again. We see the inverse correlation, but it's not really a law because the market is going to invest on companies and ETFs that have fundamentals when things are positive. But what are we looking now, right? So so I'm going to change here from crypto to my market watch list. So I'm looking at futures. This is NASDAQ futures. This is S&P 500 futures. This is Russell futures. I'm seeing Bitcoin futures as well. Yeah, Bitcoin has is in the futures market. Okay, so I'm seeing some wait and see here, right? There was on the market a clear retracement, but not a big retracement. So the market is waiting for the CPI data tomorrow. And this is very important for us because now we're going to gauge what may happen to crypto. And we may see tomorrow this inverse correlation going on the market. I don't believe the CPI, the PPI number is going to be neither high, neither low. But as Marcelo said, Bas said, we had 4 months of indecision here on the market. And the market doesn't like indecisions. So the market doesn't really go anywhere when there is an indecision, or the market may be going down for some reason. But tomorrow we're going to have a decision. And we may, yes, see both stocks and crypto resuming the bull trend. Does that make sense?
So basically, don't do anything until we see what trend it's going tomorrow.
Yes and
Or
no.
bet on it.
Yes and no.
Cheap now.
Yes and no. But yeah, you're right about it. One of the numbers we're seeing here, it's very important for us, the VIX, right? So everybody knows what VIX is, right? It represents the fear. That represents how anxious investors are. So the VIX is 14 now. So the investors are not really so anxious. They want to see where we're going, but there is no much fear on the market right now. So another important concept here for us is the dollar index, right? The dollar index keeps going high. And there is also an inversely correlation on the dollar index to stock market. Sometimes. Right now, there is not. But this is a dangerous zone here. So you see that there is a resistance kind of going on here. Let me make this clear here, right? So there is a resistance zone here. And it's better for us. I'm not going to stress why it's better for us that the dollar index don't explore these things. But if the dollar index explore those things, it's going to be better for crypto. So when I say we're going to move like water, I literally say we got to move like water here. So the indexes, the inverse correlations, they are not working right. The technical analysis is not working right, but what's working right for us is volume and interest. And the VIX is an important measure because the VIX, again, is telling us that the market's not afraid. So if the market's not afraid, why are we going to be afraid? There's no reason to be afraid. Another important measure is the TNX. TMS is the 10-year treasury note. So it's going up now. And usually when treasury notes, bonds, they go up, the stock market goes down. You see, again, this is not working right. So guys, we are seeing now crypto. Well, Tesla is going to blossom for obvious reasons, right? So I don't even need to say Tesla is going to blossom. So Elon Musk is planning for the robo-taxis to start 2 or 3 years from now. And I'm pretty sure that the Department of Justice now are going to go after Elon Musk for robo-taxis. So Tesla is a good investment now, as I pointed out on the group. So I hope you bought Tesla, because Tesla may as well reach 400, 415 before the end of the year. So it's going to be a clear win at Tesla for us. And I want to present to you now another very important measure, and that works for stocks and crypto. And it took me some time to realize this.
Question on Tesla, sorry.
Sure.
So is it still okay to add more if we want to add more now? That it's up a bit? My
Yes.
average is 301 now.
Yes. Yes, you can add more. So you see Tesla here is at the exactly at the optimal trade entry. Almost. The optimal trade entry is going to be this line. I'm not going to explain now what optimal trade entry is because it's a lot of things to talk about optimal trade entry. We can explore more optimal trade entry. Me, Gwen, and Giancarlo, we explored the concept before, but you got to take my word here, right? The optimal trade entry for Tesla now is 323. And that's a nice opportunity. If you want to buy Tesla now, right? You can buy share of a Tesla, but you're gonna have an interesting zone for stop loss. You can have a stop loss here. Gwen, you told me you bought Tesla at 300, right?
Well, my average is 301. I had some at 180 something, and
Okay, so that's a good thing. So let's say tomorrow you want to buy, or tonight you're gonna buy 10 more shares of a Tesla. You can put a stop loss here under 319, under 320, maybe on this range. Let's say here, try to find a bearish candle here. So this is an interesting thing. There was some liquidation here, right? And we love to see liquidation because liquidation tells a story. So there was a liquidation here, right? And the liquidation is going to tell a story. So probably you can put your stop loss here on this range. I would put, if I were you, on 316.80, because that was one of the liquidation days. Okay.
316.80. Okay. Can you say something about that big gap over there?
Yes. So what happened on the big gap here? So that day was November 5th, was the election day.
Oh.
This was the election results. Elon Musk invested $200 million on the Trump campaign. So people are excited because Elon Musk won the war. So there was a lot of excitement here. So do I think with Tesla, we never know, but chances are that gap is not going to be filled again. So there is a big chance that this is going to continue in the future. And you see it here. Do you see the red volumes here? The
Yeah.
red volume candles? There is a lot of selling pressure, right? Can you understand that a huge red volume candle is a selling pressure?
Mm-hmm.
Look how many days of, I mean, how many hours here, I'm on the hour chart. How many hours of selling pressure here that are over the 30 less hours of measured volume? And the candle is not really going anywhere. You know, the price is not really going down so much. So here, see the daily candle again. You see that there were two less big volume candles that's telling the story of volume pressure, right? Selling pressure. And it's not really going anywhere. As a matter of fact, it reached again the optimal trade entry for the measurement that was done here on Fibonacci. So it's safe for you to buy now, Tesla. That's safe as much as we can be. I bought yesterday.
Thank
My
you.
shares are negative, right? The value of my shares are negative from yesterday, but I'm not really so worried because I have I myself have a positive outlook on Tesla because of all the influence Elon Musk will have now on the Trump administration. So Tesla is not only fundamentals, and you can see here the fundamentals of Tesla, right? The fundamentals of Tesla, the earnings statements of Tesla are not really so bad. So it's for now, it's a sound company. Here is the earnings, the EPS estimate, the revenue estimate. The EPS estimate here, this is a good number for Tesla at this moment, 0.75. I'm not gonna explain what this number means now. I'm sorry, the statistics on Tesla are decent too. And the overview for capital structure, Tesla is a sound company. And the TTM here is also very advantageous for us. The pricing to earnings ratio is a little bit high, but Elon Musk has so much power now that I feel like ignoring this number, because even Apple now we really went down in price. So this is a good thing for Apple. But other companies, AMD also have a price to earnings ratios high. Microsoft, I actually forgot to tell today in the group, I bought more shares on Microsoft because the TM is on Microsoft is so low now. Amazon,
What do we do with them? Because I have AMD and Microsoft.
don't do anything because the outlook is positive. Okay?
Do I buy more?
Well, I bought Microsoft today, not AMD. I don't want to explain exactly why I bought Microsoft, but
Don't worry.
reason on the Microsoft. I don't want to really get off track here because we're talking mostly about crypto here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Really quick, I have a quick question. How much of your portfolio you would invest in crypto versus ETFs and stocks?
It's going higher. I had on my portfolio only 2% of crypto investment. Right now, I'm moving to, my intention is by the end of the month to go to 10%. So right now, what's happening here? Let me go back to crypto. Bitcoin just gave me another chance to buy now, because Bitcoin is on a range, right? Ethereum also is giving me another chance to buy. So I'm adding more Ethereum. Actually, I'm adding more. I'm adding more Ethereum than Bitcoin, because and the reason is blockchain, right? The blockchain technology is a very interesting technology for security. Gianda probably knows about it, right? We're both on IT. And blockchain, the newer versions of the blockchain are gaining more popularity. And Ethereum is a little bit, I mean, blockchain is based on Ethereum. And that's all I'm going to say now. So Doge is interesting. Why? Because Elon Musk loves Doge. So what happened to Doge here? No, I'm not going to say what happened to Doge because I need to explain something else. For some reason, I also like Shiba Inu. Shiba is kind of a meme coin here, but Shiba kind of obey technical analysis a little bit. As you can apply technical analysis for Shiba. It doesn't happen to many meme coins. And Solana is also another superstar here for us. Okay? So I want to say something here about volume, another important concept about volume. One of the main instruments of technical analysis when it comes to volume is the concept of anchored VWAP, right? For example, I'm seeing here, anchor VWAP is like an important event. You're gonna anchor to an important event on the market, right? So for the long term, what I'm seeing here on the market is like, I know that Bitcoin is heading up, right? So it's above the 200 moving average. So there is a positive momentum for Bitcoin. And I'm going to see an event here. So this looks like a nice event because there is a big, huge Nebulosa candle that was done a few days ago, right? I'm going to anchor this instrument here. So what this instrument is telling me now, right? There is a volume weight average calculation that is calculating the trend based on the force of the volume. I know it's a lot of words, but there is an important takeaway here, right? So again, we found an event a few days ago, November 6th, right? Result of the election. So it's clear why there was so much excitement for crypto now. So what we're seeing here on the hour time frame, right? This is working quite well to show us that the excitement on the move is still strong. This red line is going to represent exactly the volume weight based on the anchor we chose. And this range here is actually a volatility range. So you see a lot of the candles are just pulsing the volatility. When Bitcoin retrace back, and this is something that Patrice doesn't understand when I tell him, he really fights me on this. One thing
You're not
that
alone.
right.
Hi, everyone.
So one thing that very important concept here is that there was a retrace on the hour time frame on the last few hours. There was a retrace here, but the retracement just came back to the Bollinger Band. Guys, Bollinger Band is a concept of volatility, right? It's the average move in a period. So the average move in a period is being measured by the beginning of the anchor, right? This is pure simple statistics. So what we're seeing here is that we are still having a big ass uptrend here on Bitcoin. So you can say, okay, can I have more than one event, right? I mean, why not measure by the selling pressure, right? You can do that as well. And you can actually set here your Bollinger Band by the selling pressure. And again, I'm gonna zoom in now, right? So even though there was a big selling pressure here, most of the candles are still above the volume weighted moving average with the chosen anchor. Why is this so important? The volume tells us the story, is where the market likes at a certain period where the market, the price and the range the market likes. So what happened here, right? So on this hour of November 12th, 4 o'clock, the market started to see a selling pressure, right? But again, what happened here on the selling pressure? You see that the volume started to lose momentum here of selling. And now all of a sudden, we are under the measure VWAP line. I should say anchor VWAP line. So the market saw an opportunity. Hey, I'm going to start buying here. You see what I mean? The market saw an opportunity to buy, but again, so there was a lot of excitement. They bought too much. They pierced the Bollinger Band here, and the market retraced back. You see how big this pressure was, the volume pressure was, and again, the volume pressure, the volume pressure, the volume pressure. But look at where it stopped. It stopped right there on the average volume line. And so right now, when it comes to technical analysis, when it comes to psychology, we still have, it's still a good time to buy Bitcoin. So this is what this whole conversation is about, right? So if we put back again the big event and put again the second AV WAP is telling us, look, every candle is above the big event. So when the market retraces back, try to explore back, that's a time that it may be a good time to buy. But you can buy here, but also put a stop loss. Because maybe, just maybe, what's going to happen here is there is another interesting concept here. There's another imbalance. And I'm going to explain what the imbalance is, right? Do you see here this big candle here? Not such a big volume. So this is an imbalance now on the market. And there is an imbalance concept measured by 3 candles that is named fair value gap. So there was something that disturbed the value here, because this is a candle that's not common. So the psychology here now is that we are seeing a fair value gap on the market for Bitcoin. And the fair value gap tells us a story, right? Whenever there is an imbalance, there is a psychological concept here on the market that's general, and is a price action concept that's used by many hedge funds and smart money and ICT, which is, it's more popular. I'm going to say, forget about smart money. ICT, inner circle trading. The inner circle traders use a lot this concept. So we are going to see that this middle lane here, right, is usually, and there is a statistic measure that explains this. This is the best optimal trade entry to buy again Bitcoin. So listen, if you're a long-term believer, which I believe we all should be, because the next government, if you like it or not, is going to be very friendly to cryptocurrencies. So I believe on higher value for cryptocurrencies. But if you want to nitpick this thing, right, you're going to wait for the next big purchase, this level here between $83,000 and $84,000. The problem here is that it may never reach this value. It may just continue going up. The concept is clear. This is optimal trade entry. It doesn't mean that the price is gonna go down to this place. But if it goes, right, and you're not seeing a lot of selling pressure, that means that there is a big chance that when it reaches this zone, there is a big push to upper value. So the same thing goes, let's say if it reaches the zone, right? If you don't believe Bitcoin is going to be is coming to a place that needs to go down now. If you're a believer on that, so the technical analysis also will assist you on helping you to take this conclusion, right? So let's say we reach under now the fair value gap. And we are here now on the near future, right? And we're going to explore again this line. If price cannot go further up, that probably means the price is going down again to the next support level. It's all probability, guys, right? I'm trying to share here the knowledge that all my experience for all those years and what really works for me. So here is going to be an interesting place to short Bitcoin. And there will be an interesting level to put it a stop loss. But do I believe this is going to happen? I really don't believe this is going to happen. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, but anything can happen, right? That's the reason I always stress we need to see the chart. We need to see the price action. We need to watch the volume. Right now, the green is winning the red, right? And all those last days are surpassing the moving average for volume. So if there is I studied a little bit what Tercel told me about the narrative. And there are some interesting things about narrative. So narrative can also be explained by people's excitement measure for what's going on now, right? I want to try to find here. Yes, this is the one. I found this website very interesting. So this is the current Bitcoin value, right? The community sentiment is telling a story here. 78% bullish, 22% bearish, right? So this is for Bitcoin. So what happened to the other big player here?
Ethereum?
Ethereum, right? Yes, Ethereum. How do I reach that thing again? Okay, put it Ethereum here. Oh, somehow I forgot. I'm probably nervous just because I'm speaking in public, but there will be something. So I'm gonna put this website on the chat now, so everybody will be able to see the same thing I'm saying, and you're gonna be able to explore that. So let me put on the group. So the sentiment is important. So this kind of goes a little bit to the sales narrative. I'm fascinated by the narrative thing because when you say narrative, there is a sentiment that you can calculate, right? There are technical indicators that try to calculate the sentiment, but the sentiment is measured by many variables, right? They track what people tweet about. They track what people, how many YouTube videos people talk about at a certain moment about how they are bullish about something. So this is sentiment. So people are really excited about it. So, and we always say, right, never buy when people are really excited, right? So this is not a place to buy, but this is kind of a place to buy because it's not really going up so much, right? Ethereum, this is a place to buy Ethereum too. You don't buy when it's going high. When we buy when it's down, we sell when it's going high. So my plan here, right? So I got a plan here for myself, right? My plan is buy Ethereum. And I'm going to sell some Ethereum at the next resistance, which is going to be 3562. I'm going to start selling this. And at the time it reaches this value, I'm not the only one seeing this. The hedge fund managers are also looking at this. So people are going to turn some profit, right? So it may retrace back to some, what is this thing? Is a liquidation zone, right? Whenever you have a big week here, that means liquidation. So I want to see if this is going to happen, right? And I'm not telling this that I have a crystal ball here, and I'm not saying, oh, this is the scenario. That's going to go like that, right? Uh, what I'm telling is the statistics. Is statistics. The market loves the liquidation zones because liquidation zones are also a form of imbalance. And my plan is to sell here some, turn some profit here, maybe wait for a retracement here on this zone. It doesn't have to be exactly at this point, and check the positive volume and start buying again. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes. It makes sense. But the only thing is like, would you, because I know you look at the charts, will you be able to tell us like when you buy and when you sell? Because sometimes, the pricing they move so quickly, and I mean, it's hard to say like if we don't pay attention, it's gonna go even lower. But the sentiment is like the Ethereum is gonna go up and up, right? So even if you miss the downtrend, you know, the
Yeah, the
sentiment.
long-term sentiment, yes, you're right about it. The long-term sentiment is positive. You can buy now. Let's say from now to the end of the year, it's safe to buy. Assuming that the future we're expecting is going to happen, right? I mean, there is always a possibility of a black swan for crypto. So any action that Russia or China may implement, they may short heavily crypto, just because they have future economic plans, they have future plans ahead, and we never know, right? So I'm going to say this. Invest in crypto, the money that you don't need for the short term. Invest only the money that you're not going to need for the next 2 or 3 years. Because this, right now, we have a positive outlook here, right? But this may, let me see, let me look into a scenario here, right? Right now, this is the current price of crypto. There is no guarantee that crypto may explore, the Ethereum may explore again this zone here. So you see, here this big wick is a liquidation zone. This is a liquidation zone. So I'm gonna signal the liquidation zone. So this is a liquidation zone. And this liquidation zone also became a very important zone of support. Even if crypto falls back to this zone, there will be, I mean, crypto will have to break so many
Ethereum.
support zones, and this is the biggest one. It doesn't mean that Ethereum may reach this place and just shoot up again. Does that make sense? There are, so the outlook is very, very positive, but invest only the money that you can see red on the next 2 or 5 years. Dirceu, Dirceu has some success before in crypto. He knows crypto a lot more than I do. It's, it's very safe to say that. Dirceu, would you like to say something else? Do you think I missed something? What is your outlook, man?
Yes, Ethereum, you make.
Dirceu, please come back.
Okay, 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. I'm not good for the graphic, but I'm like for the sentiment. Okay. Oh, I sent for you the picture in your WhatsApp.
Uh-huh.
Could you put for?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because yeah,
Yes, this is the phases, right?
yeah. This is the money, the for the money. The first season, the money is going to the Bitcoin.
Okay.
The second, when Bitcoin is high, the institution peoples sell the Bitcoin and put the Ethereum the second time.
Okay.
Putting Ethereum, Solana, ADA, and Layer 1. For example, crypto, there are Layer 1, Layer 2, Layer 3, Web 3. Do you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, the second time, the money is going to the Ethereum, Solana,
Okay.
like 1, 2, 3. Okay. After that, the money is going to for the crypto has a millions, 100 millions market cap.
Okay.
The outing season
Okay.
after the last season, you can after you invest the Ethereum, or Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and you need to find the little coin and the market cap, the market cap under 100,000 millions dollars, and for the end the season. Do you know? Do you understand me?
Yes. That
Yes.
makes that makes sense.
This is if you following these steps, you can make a lot of money.
Okay. And do you think we are in between phase 1 and 2 now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Do
Yes.
Yeah. The first step is Bitcoin. It's a Bitcoin is it's make I think so is $100,000 more, 150, yes, more. Ethereum is make $90,000, $10,000, I think.
Okay.
The Solana, no more $1,000. I
Okay.
think so. But if you find a crypto with a little market cap, you can make um 30 30x, 30
Aham.
vezes, né? Como que é? É 30 vezes?
30x, yes. 30 vezes 3x.
É 30x, 25x, if you find the crypto with a little market cap.
You
Is
mean, you mean a coin? You mean a coin, right? If you find a coin.
Yeah, he finds a coin. That's what I meant.
but you need to follow the this step, because if you put money in the last step, you feel lost money, because our money is now is in Bitcoin. It's
Okay.
going to Bitcoin. Ethereum had your time, but now is Bitcoin.
Okay.
You need to wait for the dominance for the Bitcoins down. You need to wait, and after the dominance is down, um, the I after yes, you need to you need to wait for the Bitcoin dominance down, because after dominance down, you can enter the auto season.
Okay.
In the auto season is a altcoin, Ethereum, Solana, etc.
Awesome, man. So
Yeah.
guys, so you know, if I say something and Dirceu says another thing, I'm gonna do what Dirceu says. I'm gonna ignore myself. So you can do this. If I say something and Dirceu disagrees with me, Dirceu is right. Do what he says. And he's a very smart guy. I know Dirceu for just for a few months now, right?
Yeah.
And I'm amazed how smart he is, and he really knows his stuff. So I do hope that you still can contribute more. I think that the group makes its strength, but everybody's contribution. And I'm really waiting to see big things from the still here. There is another guy here too, right? I mean, there are two more people on this group that unfortunately could not participate today on this
Mm.
meeting. Jonathan and Samara. Jonathan, he lives trading cryptocurrency, either going up or down. He's a very knowledgeable guy. I hope I can bring Jonathan
Mm.
close. He's in the group, but he's very shy. I don't know why he doesn't contribute. But I really wanna. Uh, I'm gonna say this in Portuguese. Dirceu, por favor, contribua. Por favor, contribua mais.
Não, ok.
Aí a gente aqui, sabe, pelo menos eu respeito muito a sua opinião. Eu
É.
falei que você é demais para o meu filho também, sabe? E você tem uma visão assim muito clara do
Hum,
que eu consigo ter sobre cripto ainda. Eu estou
hum.
aprendendo aqui. Então, o Dirceu vai ser o mestre. Seu
Não, mestre, não. Não sou.
Tomás.
Deixa eu te perguntar. I wanted to ask. So, Dirceu, do you think for now, on your opinion, we should invest more in Bitcoin and not Ethereum, or just buy some Ethereum now, have it, and wait for the long run? Because eventually we're gonna go to phase two. So we wanna have that, because we don't wanna go into phase two, and if we're already in phase two and not have the Ethereum, because otherwise Ethereum is gonna be already kind of high, right? So
Um,
what would you suggest? Buy more Bitcoin? Don't buy it now? Or what is your suggestion as far as what we do now? O que que a gente faz agora?
if you wanna 100% more, it's a Bitcoin. If you wanna 200 or 300 more, it's Euro. If you wanna 800% more, um, Solana. If you wanna 1,000%, other cryptos with 100 millions market cap. Yeah, if you need to choose, if you not want to risk a Bitcoin, and yeah, yeah, Bitcoin, but you need to know when this money is going to Ethereum or other coins, because when Bitcoin is down, is down 20, 30% in one day. You need to follow the graphic for you leave for you not take this. You need to stop. Yeah, you need to stop if you wanna Bitcoin because you don't know the future. Yeah, but it depends if you wanna risk. I like risk because risk I can more money, you know. And so if you uh, not like much risk, Bitcoin, yeah,
Okay. So,
So, guys, based on the sales I comment here, I want to introduce you a way to hedge Bitcoin, right? Let me introduce you here to BT. BT is an ETF from Pro Shares, so it's a very serious funding manager company. They have this very interesting product that follow the inverse value of Bitcoin. So all this is to say that if Bitcoin is going up, this is going down. And why this is interesting? This is interesting because, let me just put in here. This is a very new fund, right? This fund started on 2022, right? This is the monthly time frame. And it tells a story that bet on Bitcoin is bad business. But if you put some money on Bitcoin, you can hedge your risk. So if Bitcoin liquidates, this fund is gonna the value here of BT will go up. So let's say that let's say that this is a real inverse correlation here.
yeah,
You are gonna protect your money a little bit. So let's say that tomorrow Iran invades Israel, right? And creates a big turmoil on the market, and Bitcoin just go on a free fall. So that means that if Bitcoin goes on a free fall, this is gonna go up. So $25 is the price of a share of BT, right? What I'm doing now, I'm putting 10% of all the investment that I have on Bitcoin heading to BT because that's gonna hold my loss. This is gonna hedge my loss. So Ethereum also have another inverse ETF. Let me bring you here.
Rodolfo, so you said if you have, how much percentage will you buy in BT depending on how much you have in Bitcoin?
Depending on the risk level, okay? So the story here, like if Bitcoin goes up, you're gonna lose money on BT. If Bitcoin goes down, you're gonna make money on BT. So you're gonna measure your tolerance here, right? If you feel like, oh, I'm having a hard time to tolerate my loss, you're gonna buying a bigger percentage of BT. So, but never really buy 50-50 because if you don't buy 50-50, you're not gonna make any money.
Yes.
Right? You know, you're not gonna lose so much money, but you're not gonna make so much money as well. Right?
Sure.
So this is a mathematical concept here, and this is a lot of funds combined together to get a protection for Bitcoin losses here. So what I'll say that if you want to make some money and don't care much about the risk, get from 0 to 5% of BT. If you're really averse to risk, then go to from 10 to 15%, but never above 20%. Does that make sense, guys? Because if Bitcoin really shoots up, you're going to be losing money here. But if Bitcoin really falls down, you're going to be making some money here. You're not going to recover. It's not going to protect you from all the losses, but you give you some protection. And that protection is dynamic, right? So the more Bitcoin goes up, the more this thing goes down. The more Bitcoin goes down, the thing goes up. That's really this. So there is another. So whenever we think about Ethereum, right? We're gonna think about ETHT. Okay, so ETHT. Hold on a second. Am I looking at the right thing? No. No, actually, is the SETH. Sorry, guys. Yes, SETH. So SETH SEF is going to protect you against losses on Ethereum, right? So when it comes to an opportunity to buy, if you are, let's say you really don't believe in crypto, right now is a great opportunity to buy SETH. But now we believe in crypto here, right? But we're gonna use this tool to hedge against losses. So for me, I want to risk. I'm not gonna buy more than 10% of my whole investment on SETH. And that will protect me. So how does it work? Do you remember that we have TQQQ and SQQQ? And I tell you guys sometimes buy 20%, 15% of SQQQ to hedge against losses on TQQQ.
Yes.
You do know about this, right? So if you buy, and at the time you turn your profit, right, on Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever, you're gonna sell both. You're not gonna keep something here that has a goal to protect you going under while you don't have Ethereum anymore, right? So if you buy Ethereum today, right, buy some of this to protect you. But when you sell and make a profit, sell your SAF too. So that's going to help to protect you in case of losses. There are some other option techniques, okay, but the option techniques, we are not going to touch some, we're going to talk about options some other day. But this is an important topic that I want to stress here, that you need the protection. It may not protect you so much if it is a big fall, but it's going to protect you on something, right? These were the days that Ethereum was going down on July, right? From July to August. And look how protected people were when they invested here on this fund. So they were protected, right? So they felt safer. So it all depends on your tolerance level. All right, guys, it's 7:40 now. We're here almost 2 hours. I'm gonna stop talking now. And I think we're able to cover a lot of things today. And I want to share my findings, the knowledge, and I'm going to say that if this seal has an opinion that's different than mine, again, follow the seal because I'm going to do this. I myself, I'm going to do this. Okay. And it's very engaging, all these discussions that Patrice have with the seal. I really love those discussions. I am learning a lot of things. So be careful out there, but let's make some money, guys. Any more questions?
No.
I guess for smaller coins, are those the ones that you're looking at, right? To invest, Dodge and Shibu?
Shiba Inu. Yeah, there is no protection for this coin. So I'm not putting so much money on this coin. Something that I like is the cup and handle here. It's starting to form the cup and handle, and I love the way when I look at the. So I'm looking at a lot of things here. I'm looking at the MACDs. I have several MACDs with different measurements here, and I love how positive they are. I love how positive this big anchor event is actually dictating and anchoring the value here. I found this big anchored event here. You see, there's a big value, right? Maburoso candle, huge candle. The anchor event, daily time frame, event that happened on September 26th. Do you see how the price is ranging and respecting this event? So I love that. Do you see the big red selling pressure here?
Yes.
The candles are not really giving much of crap of all the selling crap pressure, man. I like that. So this Shiba Inu have no protection. Have no protection. So I'm not putting so much money here, but I'm putting some money.
Yeah, if you wanna short the Shibinu, you can use for Binance or other um oh my god, I forgot.
You Coinbase maybe?
Yeah, for your short, yeah.
Oh,
If
yeah. Binance, Coinbase, and there is another one. I'm sorry. You're right, Lucille. There is another one too.
yeah, if you wanna yeah, if you wanna short
So
Shibinu.
yeah.
And
So for now, Shiba is behaving nicely. I'm making some,
I
some change here on Shiba. I got my Shiba on Alpaca, I think, is one of the providers I kind of like.
in 2026, you can short altcoins.
Well, I'm listening, man. I'm gonna short altcoins on 2026. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here I have an
I sold my Shibu because I was making some good money and then I put a stop loss and I sold it. So is it a good time to buy it again or should I wait?
not a good time to buy.
Okay. Well, let me know when you think it's a good time,
Sure,
because
sure.
whenever you add more, let me know. Let us know.
Mhm.
So here, right?
What will
Oh,
be the price to enter again?
actually, I had a stop loss on Shiba Inu. I don't have any Shiba Inu anymore. That's okay. So that means the stop loss is working. So now I have only Doge, Ethereum, and Solana here on Alpaca, right? So Doge, I bought a lot of Doge. I used to have 260% here, but as I bought more, my total PNL really lower. But I'm at, again, because of Elon Musk, I expect this to go. I expect more profit from here. This is my current profit on Ethereum. Ethereum kind of low went down a little bit. And as I mentioned in the group, I bought some more Ethereum today. This is my current profit on Solana. Solana, uh, Solana is interesting, but I'm not putting so much money on Solana. I'm putting more money now on Bitcoin and Ethereum because what the seal said, right? We are gonna become United States is gonna become a big Ethereum, not Ethereum, Bitcoin holder, right? We're gonna hold a lot of Bitcoin here, and that's gonna prevent Bitcoin to uh, really liquidate and big players to short Bitcoin. So Bitcoin and Ethereum are the main players now, being Bitcoin the real main player. I have some Bitcoin on Robinhood, and I got some Bitcoin on no, and I also have some Ethereum on Robinhood. Robinhood, hey guys, Robinhood is limited, okay? So you're
Yeah.
not gonna see many altcoins on Robinhood. Solana is not on Robinhood. Shiba Inu is not on Robinhood.
Solana was just added yesterday, by the way.
Yeah,
Was it? Okay.
Shiba as well.
Was it really? Okay. Sorry, my bad. So
They just added it today. They added 4 today.
breaking news. So Robinhood, yeah, Robinhood is really want to become a big player. So this is good. This is good. And let's keep an eye on this. So other questions?
Nope.
No, I think thank you for your time, Dirceu and Rodolfo. We really appreciate it. And I speak not just for me and my wife, but also for everybody else on the group. I think it's always good to what you guys do, you know what I mean, to give back. And little by little we're learning more. I want to share that I'm also part of another group that I just recently joined.
Okay.
This lady, I just found her on TikTok, and I like what she was talking about. And then I just joined her Discord, and I'm paying like $8 a month to be part of her group. And just sharing ideas and things, back and forth. And sometimes some things make sense. So whatever I find interesting, I'll share with you guys, and then you guys can analyze it and what I mean, like, and see if I bring anything good. You
Yeah,
tell
please
us.
share. Please share with us, man. You're paying for her to, so please share,
It's not just her opinion, there's other people's opinions in there. The people saying like, oh, I'm buying, I'm getting this, I'm doing this analysis on this. So if I say something interesting, I'll share with you guys, and then
What's the lady's name? The main.
I always forget her name.
No, that's all right. You put on the group whenever you get a chance. Just
Yeah.
put you in the group.
Amber. Amber, she used to work apparently for some brokerage, Merrill Lynch or something like that. Yeah.
Amber. Okay.
Oh, I don't know her last name.
Amber
Yeah.
Stock, maybe.
The name of the group is called The Win Finance. She's probably on you can find her. It's called The Win. There you go. Like that. Finance. And just put Amber. There you go. I think that one. That one.
Yeah, man.
This one over here.
Yes, that's it. And I think she just you can put like learn and stuff. And they're a small group, it's not like a lot of people. That's her there.
Amber Petrovich, is that lady over here?
Yes, that's her.
So yeah, I don't know her. I know another Amber, but it's not this lady here. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if Amber ever charged for something, is going to charge way more than $8.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, it's just to learn, she also she has a little bit of like a what's Zoom meetings and stuff like that where she doesn't say, "Hey, buy this, buy that." You know what I mean? She just let people um talk about it, and then she does some researches as well on some stocks and stuff, and lets people decide on what they want to do, you
Okay.
know. So I find it a little interesting. It's always good to learn new things.
Hey man, share the info, dude. Everybody's learning here. Yeah, that's good to know, man. Thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome.
And
And yeah, so maybe next week we can schedule another Zoom to learn a little bit of about options. I started to mess around, and actually she kind of like taught me a little bit how to go about it, and we're getting more familiarized. So I would definitely like to go from there. And
so, okay, Jean, we can schedule another meeting, but I'm gonna allow you to explain the concept of the Greeks, okay? And after you explain the concept of the Greeks, we can see the basics. Is that all right?
I need to explain the concept of the Greeks.
Yeah.
Well, I need to learn what it is first.
Okay. No. You know what the Greeks are. Greeks are the delta, the gamma, the
Yeah.
theta. You know this, right?
I
So
heard about it, but,
this, so this is so there are four basic support variables for options that define value. So we can talk about option, but you got a mission now. You got to explain to us, and then I move forward. Just so there is no a single person talking here. Is that all right?
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. All right,
What?
guys. I'm gonna let you go now. You saw a lot about this, and you know, please share if you have any thoughts. I'm not here trying to be the only one that talks. I really like when you guys talk. Gian had a great idea this week with Camp Tech, although went a little lower, but I'm still a big believer in Camp Tech. So thanks again for that, Gian.
Yeah,
And
that's from the group, by the way. That's from that Amber lady. So
okay, that's that's a good thing. So that's a good thing. Sometimes I may not have time to analyze things when you say, or maybe I'm gonna respond and may not. I may be abrupt on my response, and and forgive me for that. I'm not trying to put anyone down. Please keep coming. Please
yeah,
keep coming. Coins, stocks, ETFs. We're all here to analyze and learn. And please disagree with me. If you don't think I'm right, and most of the times I'm not right, but we have a leverage to lose money. We always have a leverage to lose money. I'm not right most of the times, and yet we make money is because we have good money management.
that's true.
So
One
let's
last thing, maybe not for now, but next time everyone that we talk about TQQQ, they always say that it's something that you will buy in a day and then you maybe you sell the next day. But obviously for us, it's been working and we're very happy with it, with the results. But everybody else, what that we hear is like, no, this is something that you just hold it for a day and the price could change and it's very volatile, which you understand, but not something that is going to be whole for a long time. If you can just talk a little bit of that and what has been your
I
experiences.
think, and they say like it resets the baseline, something like that. So we were like, oh, okay, we're gonna ask.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about this another time. Because TQQQ and UPRO, the ETFs that we work with, they are leverage ETFs. So in quick words, that means that so they mirror TQQQ mirror Nasdaq. UPRO mirror S&P 500. And the math is this. When TQQQ, now let me say that. When Nasdaq grows 1 point, TQQQ will grow 3 points. Okay? But when Nasdaq falls 1 point, TQQQ may fall 3 or more points. So all the leverage ETFs, they have a concept of erosion. And the erosion becomes worse when the price action goes against the main existence of the ETF. So if again, if NASDAQ goes down 1 point, depending on the liquidation on the erosion, and CME, which is the organization that controls the market for options, and there will be constants like a put-call ratio. They may erode quite more. So that's the reason why TQQQ and UPRO, they are not long-term investments. If you want to invest long-term, right, there is a valid reason why you should buy SPY or NASDAQ QQQ. So that's your long-term outlook. Because again, it's simpler to show them.
So, but what do they mean that every day it resets the new baseline?
Oh, I'm not gonna go into that now.
Okay.
I'm not going into that now. So this is the monthly timeline, right? So every candle here is a month. So this is the S&P 500, right? Oh, and there was an explanation between Biden and Trump here. I think that was a fusion that I was talking about this. Oh no, I think I was showing this to Jaslyn, right? So that's that is to explain that doesn't matter the president. SPYs is always a good investment, right? We have several retracements and people thinking, like, for example, here, no, I'm going to say here, right? What happened here? This was the Big Depression, 2008, right? So the lowest value of SPY here March of 2009, right, was the same value of May 1996. So here was like the great test for this ETF. It's, you see, it doesn't matter. So in the long term, and this is the stock market, guys. The stock market is made to go up. It's not made to go down, right? So investing is not really a rocket science, right? So there are several governments here. Here there was Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Is what Marcelo told us. It doesn't matter the politics. In this country, the stock market is made to go up, right? But at the same time, UPRO is the ETF that mirrors the S&P 500, right? The curve of UPRO now is positive, but we spent a long time. This was very hard to break here. So that was not really a good example. So what happened with NASDAQ? So this is the Q on NASDAQ. So same thing. NASDAQ went crazy, right? So of course, the inflation, big retracement. But even if you bought here 412, eventually you recover your money, right? Here, even though 2018, that was the time Trump was really being a prick about the wall and threatening to close the government. You know, people bought here 187. it went 144. People, it was selling off hard. Nasdaq, I remember that time so well. And then, people eventually recover that money. If you're a long-term investor, Nasdaq and SPY. But T-triple-Q is another story. T-triple-Q, guys, look at this. Look at the erosion I was talking about here, right? So T-triple-Q never recovered the value, the all-time high value. But Nasdaq did. So this is the erosion telling you that you may not recover your value. So that's the reason why we got to be smart with leverage ETFs. And that's all I'm going to say.
All right. Thank you. And I think Elisangela was holding TQQQ for a long time. Elisangela, you have to be careful.
Elisangela is badass, man. She really got the courage.
Yeah, she's been holding for a very long time. So you have to be very careful. Don't hold it too long or sell it before, goes down by a
No,
lot.
I will.
Sorry, Elisangela, but yeah, that's not really the most interesting decision. But,
Yeah.
I respect your courage. I do respect your courage. You're really brave. Really, really brave. I can do that. I can do that. So hey guys, just real. You see, there is a resistance here, right? On the monthly time frame.
So do we sell all of it?
No, not yet. Not yet. Because what's going on here on T-triple-Q and Nasdaq is that nobody knows what the Trump administration is going to do to the big tech companies, because big tech companies traditionally invest their money on Democratic politicians, right? But people cannot be that crazy. With the advancements of AI and companies like OpenAI, NVIDIA, AMD, they have a big promise to grow leaps and bounds, no matter what the government's saying. So right now, don't sell anything. But I'm keeping a look. And here I did what? There was an inverse fair value gap that I'm looking at. And here I also have two anchored VWAPs.
Well, just
Right?
keep us posted.
Yeah, when it's time to close, I'm gonna let you know. Because if reaches here, right, this price range, actually, if it goes under and this this average volume lane and it's lower, we may sell this. But right now, don't sell anything. Let's just keep looking what's going to happen. I want to see how this fair value gap is going to play. Because I'm playing, actually, it's not a fair value gap. The T-triple-Q has just an upside gap. So I am actually looking closely into this. And I look at this like 3 times a day, guys. Right? I'm really passionate about T-triple-Q and UPRO. So when I decide to sell, I'm going to tell you. And if it goes,
Please.
yeah, and if it reaches back here and explore again either the 200 moving average for the 1 hour time frame, or really close the upside gap here that we had a few days ago, I'm gonna be selling puts here on T-triple-Q. Because even if I sell the puts here, right, and it goes on a range and I'm assigned, I'm gonna be more than happy owning T-triple-Q at this price range. I still believe T-triple-Q has a big advantage, and and if it goes down, I'm gonna be selling calls over my puts. But I'm telling you options here. I don't want to talk about options now. But
All right.
But I know that some people in this group know about options, but they are shy. They don't want to tell us that they know options, but they do. But so that's pretty much the plan. Just let's keep it. Let's keep it because the triple Q is still powerful and it's still working right.
Thank you very much for your time.
No problem,
Thank you
guys.
so
Boa
much.
noite.
Thank
Boa
you.
noite. Is that how you say it?
Huh?
Boa noite.
Boa
Bye.
noite.
Boa noite.
Boa noite.
Boa noite.
Tchau, gente.
Boa noite.
Tchau,
Tchau,
até
gente. Boa noite.
mais.
Hey, send the recording, Granny.
Yes, how do you want me to send it?
It's gonna be a big file, right?
You can send me your email in the group. I can retransfer it.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Actually, I have another idea about the transfer, but I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Tchau. Tchau. Obrigada.
Thank you.
Tchau.
Bye.
Obrigado.